Hello everyone, my name is Vivian. Welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. Today is June 24th, 2022. It is going to be rough starting this episode, as today is the day the Supreme Court just struck down Roe v. Wade. So that's going to be hard to get out of my fucking head, trying to play the fucking Chester route. But, yeah. Fuck the Christian right. Fuck the cultists that feel the need to piddle away human rights for the sake of appeasing an invisible man in the sky. Fuck anyone who supports them. I hope you all die in a fucking ditch and go nowhere after you're dead. You woke up to Chester running his fingers through your hair, and you barely opened your eyes to see that he was looking at you with a soft smile spread over his face. This is the finale, folks. Let's see how we end off on. Sorry, babe. I didn't mean to wake you up. What time is it? It's early still. Go back to sleep. You too, then. You want me to snuggle you? Roll over and be my little spoon, then. You lazily rolled over, and Chester pulled you back to his chest with one arm under your pillow and the other draped over your side. Comfy? Go back to sleep for a while. Okay. He was warm, and his hand rubbed slowly around your chest and stomach. Love you. Love you too. You were filled with the most wonderful feeling of comfort, and it didn't take long before you drifted off to sleep with Chester holding you. The next time you woke up, you found yourself alone and tucked snugly into the blanket. The bed was empty, but you heard the clacking of Chester's fingers mashing into his keyboard. With a yawn, you rolled onto your side, keeping the blankets around you, and saw him sitting at the computer. Chester. He spun around in his chair when he heard your voice. All he had on was his underwear, and you were getting a full view of all of them with how he was sitting. You're awake again. He moved from his chair to sit on a bed, and you were pulled into his lap, blanket and all. Did you sleep well? I did. No bad dreams? None. How about you? I slept like a log until waking up with an uncomfortably hard boner, because of course I did. I couldn't get back to sleep, and it took forever for it to go away. Kinda surprised I didn't feel it when you cuddled up with me. You know what? I am too. It was jammed up against you for the longest time. It finally left me alone when I got to the computer. What are you doing just now? What were you doing just now? I was checking on the onsen's website to see if they maybe had any reservations for private rooms today. Just so happens that they did. Well, that's convenient. So they have a reservation for today for a private room this time. Really? Yep. What's different about a private room? We can fuck in it. That's the finale, folks. First of all, it'll just be the two of us. No random people to share a bath with. We also have a place to nap, and we get room service too. Anything else? I think that's all. I'm just happy that we get our own private space with each other. That sounds perfect. What time's the reservation for? We get the room from 4 till 8. I figured we could spend some time looking around Brindle, and then we can finish the day up at the onsen. Oh, that'll be fun. When do you want to head out? How about right after lunch? We can eat here and then head off. It'll give me a chance to talk to Andy before we go, since we didn't have the chance last night. Okay. For now, how about some breakfast? I'll go make some eggs and toast for everyone. I'll never turn down your offerings of food. I would hope not. He doubled over for a kiss to your forehead and gently moved you from his lap. It won't take too long, so go ahead and start getting ready. I'll call you when it's done. As much as you wanted to bask in the warmth of the bed, you forced yourself to get up and get dressed after several minutes of internal struggle. Chester was calling for you and Andy soon after you were up, so you went to join him in the kitchen. Alright, here's one of you, and here's two. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning. I assume your bellowing is an indication of breakfast?
Yep. I made scrambled eggs and toast for everyone, so sit down and eat what you want. I can tell you more about the call I got from Plot yesterday.
Yes, you can. I really want to know how that went.
And again, it went well. You're just asking for more detail. And I guess we have some other stuff to talk about while we eat.
Like what?
The whole Vernon thing.
There's not really much else to say about that. He's been expelled and can be arrested if he's seen on campus. I really told you everything there was about it last night.
I see. I just can't believe that they finally did something about him.
I can't believe that it took them that long. Had they done something sooner? It's ridiculous that it took so many people being hurt by him before they did something about it.
Yeah. At least it won't happen again. Hopefully. Maybe. I'm not convinced, but okay.
Hopefully not. Might move on to preying on people outside of the school, though.
Yeah, because this is a series of behavior. This is not this is not just a slap on the wrist. If anything, this is just going to codify his behavior. You've just released him out into the world without, the place that kept him centered, which was his frat house. Now he's just loose. Thanks. He needed to go to jail, for God's sake. Go to jail with heavy doses of fucking mandatory therapy and psychiatric treatment. Let's hope not. I don't really want to think about that.
It's possible he only took advantage of people at school because it was easier for him to do with his fraternity. And there's the chance that his most recent actions caused them to stick him in some kind of reformation classes to figure out what's wrong with him.
Would have to be court ordered, and since the court wasn't involved... Oh my god, hold on. Sorry, as I was saying before my headphones randomly died on me out of nowhere. I don't know, sometimes they just decide, oh, not doing it, and then they just kick back in again. They're kind of old. As I was saying, recent actions caused them to stick him in reformation classes. The school can't force him into reformation classes. Those would have to be court ordered. And since the court wasn't involved, because all he did was get expelled, there's no body forcing him into reformation classes. So there is zero chance that happened. He would have to have gotten arrested and charged, which is what should have happened. Anyway,
we don't really know, but it's best not to think about those kinds of things. Just focus on the fact that you never have to see him at school ever again.
That's not a guarantee. You should never have to, but he can, as long as he gets out before the cops show up, or if he doesn't give a shit about getting arrested. Clearly, what's-her-fuck didn't care about getting arrested. She showed up anyway. Referring to Harold's ex-wife. And that's the best thing, right, Link? Yeah, that's a huge relief. Hey, if you're getting relief out of it, I'm glad. You guys deserve some fucking relief. Just not the ironclad fucking relief that I wouldn't be finding much relief in it, but I very seldom find relief in much of anything. Chester sat beside you and rubbed your back.
Did you guys sleep all right after that bit of news?
Some of the best sleep we've had in a while. I did wake up kinda early, but while I was asleep, it was amazing. I slept really soundly too.
Good to hear. Now, tell me more about that call you got yesterday.
We had just gotten to the Boba Cafe and we were about to make our order when I got a call from a number I didn't know. My heart nearly exploded when they told me who they were and why they were calling. The guy said he was impressed with my enthusiasm and energy, and that out of all the applicants, I was the only one that made an effort to show off my current projects.
I knew that would pay off for you. I'm glad you did it.
Uh-huh. He also said that someone gave me a really good recommendation, but we have no idea who it could have been. Nobody really knew about my interview.
Could have been someone from the school since they have helped with the applications.
That's what Link said too. I don't know who it could have been though. I'd really like to thank whoever it was. Yes. Well, the only other possible person it could have been was Andrew, other than Darius, which is who it was. It was Darius. I'm sure you'll find out whoever it was eventually. Hopefully. Anyway, I have to be at the office tomorrow morning at 9, and then I'll be out in time to make it to practice after.
9? You'll have to be up early then, which means no late night tonight.
I'll catch the 8 o'clock bus, and that'll put me outside a plot around 8:45. Which means I need to wake up around 7, so I can get ready and have some breakfast.
How about lunch? Do you need to take a lunch with you?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Oh no. I will be there at lunchtime, won't I? But I'll only be there for about 5 hours. Does that even get a lunch break?
You'll get a short break, probably. Which would be plenty long enough for you to eat lunch.
Wonder if they have a fridge I could use.
I'm sure they do.
I might just skip lunch tomorrow. You? Skip lunch? You won't survive until dinner. Yeah, I won't. I'll take something with me just in case.
That would be for the best. Take something that doesn't have to be refrigerated just in case.
I'll do that. A couple of cans of tuna and some crackers and some fruit should be good enough to get me through the day.
I'll give you some extra cash in case you need to buy lunch too.
You don't have to do that, Andy. I have money if I need it.
I'd rather be sure of that.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Okay, if you say so.
I do.
You guys want to do anything to celebrate? I can't do anything with you tonight since I have to work, but we can plan something during the week or next weekend.
We should! Conveniently after the route is finished. Link and I actually get the day off from the arcade day since Mr. B is having the entire place cleaned after we fucked in the fucking film.
Yeah? Well, what are you guys doing then?
I made reservations at the Brindle Onsen for us, so we're going to spend the day in Brindle after lunch.
Well, that sounds nice. I'd join you if I could. I need a little bit of a break.
It would be great if you could go with us. I think you'd really enjoy the onsen. It's so relaxing to just soak in the hot water. We'll have to take you one day.
One day really soon.
Well, let's do it next weekend then. I think the weekend after would be better so I can make the schedule around that.
I'd be fine with that.
Awesome. You do know that being at the onsen means we'll all be naked, right?
It's not like we've never seen each other naked before. We've stumbled in on each other more than once.
But there's Link, too.
Sounds like a great opportunity for us to become more comfortable with each other then.
That's one way to look at it. If you guys are okay with it, we'll plan for another trip in a couple of weeks. Sure.
I'll leave the scheduling up to you two, but let me know how much it costs so I can help.
Will do. Chester was talking between bites of food, and he was done eating and back to cleaning up the kitchen in no time.
Thank you for breakfast, Chester.
You're welcome.
Why don't you let me finish cleaning up and you two can go chill?
It's okay, I'm almost done. You're the one that should go chill since you have to work today and we don't. Go work on your model while you can.
I would enjoy doing that for a little bit. Just let me know when you guys head out.
I'll make lunch too, that way you have something good before you have to go in.
Sure, I'd appreciate that. Thanks, bro. Bro?
Now then, how about I help you finish what's left in here? You'd just be in the way if you tried. I'm almost done, so just give me a couple minutes. Oh, I'd be in the way, huh? Yes, so you just stay over there and wait. Or better yet, go wait in the bedroom and I'll be there shortly. Should I just lay myself out on the bed for your return? You could put something on to watch or start a game if you want. Right over his head. Or you could play some Masters of Magic too. We have a few hours until lunch. If you want, I could use the practice. Well, decide on something and I'll be back to the room in a minute. Sure. What to do. You gave me too many choices. Kinda just want to laze around with him and do nothing. So watching TV seems like the best option. I don't want him to get bored though. You stood in the middle of the room debating on what you guys should do, and you were startled when Chester popped up behind you. Mo. He grabbed you from behind and rocked back and forth with his arms around you. What'd you decide on? Can we just be lazy in the bed and watch TV? That's not going to be too boring, is it? Why would that be boring? You being here with me makes anything we do together that much better. You sure? Duh! Watching anime is one of my favorite things to do, and since you're my favorite person, there's no way I could be bored. Well, then what should we watch? We still have more Knights of Thorn to watch, so let's get back to that one.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Mr. plopped down on the bed against the headboard with his legs spread wide for you, and he drummed on his stomach. I got the best pillow on the bed reserved just for you. How kind of you. You crawled onto the bed with Chester and planted the back of your head against his soft belly. Ah, the most perfect pillow I could ask for. That means you're comfy? Mm-hmm. Well, let's see how much more of this we can finish before lunch. He started the TV and tossed the controller aside. His arms hung down over your shoulders and he rested his hands on your chest. Throughout each episode, Chester's arms and hands moved around your body. One moment he had his hands clasped over your abdomen, and the next he was massaging your shoulders. Either way, he always had his hands touching you in some way. You were feeling more than relaxed while resting against him watching anime. You watched several episodes with Chester, then decided a break was in order. Some of these things really don't make a lot of sense. What do you mean? What confused you?
Like, why didn't they just finish the bad guy just now?
They all stared slack-jawed at him while he casted this teleportation spell. It took him like 30 seconds to cast it. They could have just stabbed him right there and ended this whole mess. Yeah, you'll notice stuff like that in a bunch of animes and games too. There's really one popular one we might watch sometime, but the main character always lets his opponent get to the maximum strength while they fight. Yeah, you're talking about Dragon Ball, okay. Sometimes he pays for it and someone dies because of it, but he even got himself killed once because of it. It's kinda dumb, but I still really like the show. I've noticed a few other things that have bugged me through some of the other episodes too, but it's just minor stuff that not even worth mentioning. Oh, like what? I want to know. It's just nitpicky stuff. So, tell me. I don't want it to sound like I don't like the show though. I'm really enjoying it. Don't worry about that. There's plenty of dumb stuff in all of the anime I watch. Doesn't make me hate it. Oh, normally. Sometimes they do too much. But I want to hear what you think. Picking at these things can be fun. They're gonna start a podcast. They're gonna be podcast buddies. Okay, so there was this one scene where Aurelian had just gone into town, and you and Chester went back and forth with little details from the anime you were watching, picking at inconsistencies and other minor details. He proved some of the things you thought were wrong to be fine when given proper context, but most of what you had to complain about he agreed with. He remained in his lap through the talk, him looking down at you with you looking up at him. The conversation ended up shifting from the show's flaws to the characters and which ones you liked more. Okay, here's another then. Chart or Maridor? Oh, Chart for sure. He seems way stronger and more useful overall. No way! You really think Chart? Of course! He's proven time and time again to be more beneficial than that useless witch. She's not useless! She's amazing! Remember that spell she cast to completely annihilate the swarm of undead? Oh yeah, the one time she did something useful. She's done other things. She's the one that found shelter from the poison rain. After Chart stopped to save her ass from that piddly little leafer ant. She had that under control, and he almost got her killed by stepping in. Not even. She's mostly useless, and... Chester used his hands to cover your mouth and shook his head around. Nope, not even. You're crazy and don't know what you're talking about. Maridor is the best, and you're wrong for thinking otherwise. You continued talking despite Chester's hand covering your mouth, and he started to hum to ignore you. After a moment of being unable to talk clearly, you chose to lick his hand covering you mouth. He retracted his hand quickly and looked at you with mock disgust. Did you really just lick my hand? I don't have the strength to deal with you, so I have to handle things differently. By licking me? I thought you liked it when I licked you. Not like that, you weirdo! Put his hands against your cheeks to squish your face around while you laughed. You know, I've got other things you can lick if you really want to put that tongue to use. I swear to God, if this is about to go to something else. I think I don't know if I included that in the edit, because I haven't edited it yet, but there was something else that got licked and I was really just uncomfortable. Like what? Like I even need to say. Refresh my memory a bit. Well, come on, just say it, since you asked. He ran his fingers through your hair a couple of times, then with force you couldn't resist, pushed you down by your shoulders so your head was resting against his thigh. Okay, it went there, that's fine, that's... whatever. There was a... I don't think I could have lived through that again. Okay. We can live with this CG, everything's covered up, but it's insinuatory and it's obviously going somewhere, so we gotta move on! I literally got a comment the other day, it was like, I like how this episode was mostly censored, great content. Yeah, well, fucking... thanks. Appreciate the compliment, bruh. Fucking... the great content's the game, and that's what everyone's here for anyway. People don't care about me. They just want the goddamn game. So, fucking play the game your goddamn self if you want the full unedited experience. That's what I say every time I have to cut out a fucking sex scene. So, it's not... YouTube doesn't fucking allow this shit. So fuck off if you don't like it. People give me shit all the fucking time about it, and I'm over it. And I know the vast majority of people don't say anything about it. That's fine, they understand. I appreciate that. So, I'll see you afterwards for the patient people, the people who understand. See you on the other side for a synopsis. Ha! That's funny. So, Andrew said, asking if he could come into the room. They said themselves that they weren't wanting to do a whole lot because they're trying to pent up each other because Dozer doesn't have a monopoly on that, apparently. For God's sake. So they only played around a little bit, and then Andrew was like, "Oh, can I come in? Can I come in?" And so, yeah. You and Chester never reacted so quickly to anything in your lives. Oh, jeez. His disappeared into his underwear, and a blanket and pillow were pulled over his lap. Meanwhile, you adjusted your quickly dying boomer to hide it as best you could, and quickly jumped into Chester's computer chair with your feet up on the bed. Nice acting, guys. Yeah. What's up? Dots. You think he can't fucking... Jesus Christ. He knows what you did.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. We're just watching Knights of Thorne. You know, it's my favorite, and we were talking about some of the characters. Yeah, like Chart and Mardor, and who's better and more useful. Right?
Okay.
Do you need me for something?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to both of you about something. It's pretty important.
Good important or bad important?
Well, I hope you guys think it's a good important.
What is it?
It's been made especially clear to me that both you two really love each other. Link has been staying with us more and more, and to be honest, I'm glad to have him around. Seeing what you do and have done for Chester has brought me a lot of peace of mind, and I truly appreciate it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Andrew.
Seeing you two and knowing how you feel about each other made me think a lot about something. I looked into larger apartments in the area, and I found a few, and I wanted to look at with you guys. I know there will be absolutely no issues with me being approved for one.
Wait. Are you saying you really do want Link to move in with us?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. He's practically living here already, so we might as well make it official. This room is a little cramped for the two of you, and I'm sure he'd appreciate having his stuff here as well. You both have good jobs, and he's proven to be capable of helping around the house. Basically, I want to see if you're both okay with the idea, and if you are, I'll make plans for us to look at a couple places this coming week.
Of course I'm okay with the idea! I mean, as long as you are too, Link. Are you really sure about this, Andrew?
I am. I've put a lot of thought into it. Worst comes to worst, we just end up downsizing again in the future. I don't feel like it's something I really have to worry about, though.
Babe, what do you say then? You can officially move out of the shelter!
That's a really big step, Chester. We've only been dating for a few weeks.
But I really love you, and having you around just makes my life so much better. Do you think that things might not end up working out for us in the end? Not at all, Chess. I love you. And I really can't imagine not being with you. I just don't want us feeling like we rushed into this at all.
Things have been moving along pretty quickly between you two. But you've been friends for at least a little while longer than you've been dating. If it'll help, don't look at it like you're moving in just based off of being in a relationship. Having a bigger place would benefit me and Chester too, so having a third roommate to help offset the costs of a larger place would help with that. I'd end up saving some extra money even with an upgrade. And you can move out of the homeless shelter.
That's a good way to look at it. So does that mean it's a yes? I don't mind living at the shelter, but the idea of being able to finally get back out and start taking care of myself again is way too appealing. You can count me in on it. Yes! Just lunged at you and grabbed you in a tight hug that lifted you off the floor.
Alright then, I'll schedule some viewings for us. I just need your schedule for the week to plan around. Sure. I'll write it down for you as soon as Chester puts me down. Chester shook you around for a moment longer and released you. I'm so excited now! I'd love to have more space in the kitchen and a little more space in my room. I'm more looking forward to us having separate bathrooms. I plan on looking at places with two. You have any kind of preferences for apartments, Link? As long as it's in the same general area, I'm fine with whatever. Living in the shelter for over a year has shown me I don't need much to be happy. Good enough for me. My primary focus will be the 2 bathrooms then.
And the bigger kitchen.
And maybe a bigger kitchen.
Please!
I'll do what I can. Yes!
What the hell was that?
Yeah!
There's no
guarantee I'll be able to do much in regards to apartments, though. But I'll try.
I hope you can find one then. I'm counting on you.
If there's anything that comes to mind that you want in a place, just let me know ASAP, Link. Will do, Andrew. Let me write down my schedule for you real quick.
Use a notepad and pen on the desk.
You scribbled down your weekly schedule for Andrew, and then he took it and went back to his room.
Oh, this is so awesome! We're gonna be roommates! You're gonna be... They were roommates. I really hope he can find a place that has a bigger kitchen. I guess if he doesn't, it'll be okay though, because we'll be living together! We'll have plenty of time for all the video games and anime you can tolerate! I'll be glad to finally feel like I'm putting my own weight again. Pulling my own weight again, too. God damn it. I'll have to let Maria know. I'll let her know we've talked about it, but I'll be sure she knows nothing is set in stone until we definitely have a place. Sounds like a good idea.
As soon as we know, though, you'll have to start moving. You should move all your stuff here.
It'd be a good head start.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I'll need boxes. Lots of boxes. I wonder if Mr. B would mind us taking boxes home from work.
How would we do that? Get a cart for our boxes?
Or maybe. It'd be like the cart Andy uses for grocery shopping.
Doesn't Andy have a car? Does he also ride a bike? I don't fucking know. I could probably ask Spencer or Richard too. They both have vehicles.
That's a good idea. I'm sure they'd both be willing to help.
Yeah, they'd be.
We'll just stockpile some boxes at work and make one big trip out of it.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm just so excited!
A trip to the onsen is just going to be one huge celebration, huh?
It sure is. You know what? I'm gonna start lunch early. I want to get going to Brindle as soon as possible.
Our reservation isn't until later, though.
I know, but there's plenty we can do while we wait. The sooner we go, the better.
If you want, then okay, go get it started.
Okay.
I'll finally be moving out of the shelter. I'll miss it there, but I'll be happy to be out, too.
Oh, Jesus. Chester ran back into the room, grabbed you by the cheeks, and gave you the biggest, sloppiest kiss ever. Good Lord. Just wanted to do that and tell you that I love you, Link. Just think I'll be able to cook for you all the time now.
I love you too, Jess. Believe me, that's something else I'll be looking forward to, too.
Good. I'll call you again soon, so do whatever you want, and do whatever you want while you wait. Sorry, I don't know why that tripped me up.
I think the move is really going to be worth it. For both of us. Chester made a delicious lunch of rosemary ranch chicken and steamed vegetables. And he let you help him clean up after eating, though rare assistance while cleaning. With lunch eaten and the kitchen cleaned, you got ready to leave for Brindle. You two be safe and have fun.
You send me the links to any places that you find that might be good for us to move to. I want to see all the possible places you find. You can just email them all to me and we'll look at them later. Email, huh? Email? Just text, for God's sake.
I guess I can do that. And here.
Andrew held out a folded bill to Chester.
Just a little extra spending money for you two. I want you to have a good time today.
This dude's a grandpa. Also, are you gonna thank him for the bike tire? You still haven't done that yet. Andy, I don't need the extra money. I have enough already.
Take it, Chester. Have an extra dessert or something for me. You can even bring me something back. How about that? Don't make me give it to Link.
Okay, I'll take it. Chester took the bill and then immediately offered it back to Andrew. Andrew, I can't take this much!
You already did, and I'm not taking it back.
But
don't argue with me. Take it. Get some boba, pay for an extra massage at the onsen, eat 5 desserts, do whatever you want with it. I want you two to go out and have a good day together, okay? Have fun.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Chester gave Andrew a hug and kissed the top of his brother's head. In turn, Andrew playfully pushed Chester away.
Alright, you two get going. You'll have a good time.
Yeah. You have all our stuff, Link? Yep, the bag's right here. I'm good to go if you are. Let's go then. We'll see you later, Andrew. Have a good night at work.
And you both be careful. You'll have to tell me about the trip when I get home.
Okay. Chester grabbed you by the hand and led you out the door with Andrew locking up behind you.